we have out there, especially if you're, a store in a city like Chicago or really anywhere. We have booth stores all over the map, right? So how do you separate yourself? You be that rep to earn that customer's business and separate yourself from the pack, make yourself stand out, have that positive attitude, have that enthusiasm when your customers come in. I can tell you right now, I can think of many doors that I go to where I know I have a killer rep in here. They have a great attitude. It just makes a joy for me to visit. It makes a joy for the customers to come in to buy from them. And those customers will come in and they'll ask specifically for that rep. If they can have 5 people in the store, that one rep's busy and the rep's freed up, you know what? I want to work with so-and-so. They've helped me before. They get along with them great. That's going to be more commission in your dollars. And it all starts with your attitude that you have at point of sale. So bringing the best starts with your everyday approach, right? Make sure you guys look at yourself. You're not clerks, right? You are a solutions consultant. A person at the gas station is a clerk. They come in, I got $20 in gas. I'm pumped to. Okay, here's $20. Bye. Right? You see clerks at a grocery store. You give them your order. Here's my groceries. Ring them up. Your total is $56. Pay them. Bye. You are a solutions consultant. This is a career. You guys can build your way up for a long time in wireless. I started myself frontline just like you guys did, as a sales rep, then to a sales manager, to a regional manager, then going to work for a corporate, then going to work with DCI. Like, if you guys really take advantage of this career, everyone's always going to need a cell phone, right? Like, if you think about it, it's no longer a want like maybe it was when they first came out. Cell phones are a need. So you are always going to have customers that want to come in and purchase from you. So you want to be that true solutions consultant. You want to get the most out of every opportunity coming in your door. And it starts kind of with your attitude and your approach. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you sell good. If you sell good, you get paid good, right? That's a Deion Sanders kind of NFL quote. Words just a little bit, but those hold true really in anything. It's about your attitude and your approach. So be that first person to greet every customer walking in your door. You want to maximize every sales opportunity to become as profitable as possible while addressing every customer need. If I'm a frontline sales rep and that customer walks in, I'm not going to keep myself behind the counter or behind my my desk stand. I'm going to be out from around that corner. Hey, welcome to Boost. My name is Adam. Are you here for our promos? I'm going to greet them right away with a smile, be engaging, and get them to start opening up and asking them qualifying questions. Now, with that in mind, we talk about your qualifying questions. You need to know your selling priorities. So what are the big focuses for the month of June? Well, the Boost priorities for the month of June, it starts with your family plans and your add-a lines. So they want to focus on multiple line plans. They want to focus on EBB, that's the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. That's huge. We're going to focus on network upgrade, aka SDDN. That stands for same device, different network. That's where a customer comes in, say they were on the old SN network. Think of that as the old Sprint network back when Sprint owned Boost. And then we need to move them to the TN network. Think of that as the T-Mobile network, which is what we are using currently. So same device, different network. This is free to your customers. It gets them off of the old network and onto the new network. Why is this so important? That old Sprint network is going to get shut down December 1st. So we're now less than 6 months away. Essentially we're 5 months and 3 weeks until all of those customers, which there are a ton of customers on that network, will have no service. So this is a huge priority for you guys to get them switched over now. In my mind, of the 4 you see here, the next one is vast value added services and BYOD. The SDDN, the network upgrade, is huge. EBBP is huge. You've got to get yourself familiar with that. And then, of course, bundling protection as your value-added service. These are all the big keys, but network upgrade is very important, as well as EBBP. Those would be my 1 and 2 personally. Now, when we talk about your major offers, your bread and butter, what you guys are going to sell the most of, is your $50 and $60 plans, right? These have add-a lines for $30. So if you want 2-line plans, it would be 50 plus that 30. But here's the thing here. I don't ever pitch a 50 or a 67. I'm pitching a 57 or a 67 because I'm going to bundle protection into these plans. And I say protection instead of insurance because it's all about the power of words you use and what drives buying behaviors from your customers. People don't like to pay for insurance. They don't want to pay an extra $7 to add insurance, but they like to have their phone protected. And I've seen this pitch countless times at stores. If a customer is ringing a dealer or representative rather, is ringing a customer up and they say they're putting them on a $50 plan, and then they're going through the screens and that screen pops up for attachables. And they didn't position protection of the phone early. They say, would you like to add insurance for $7 a month? The answer to that is going to be no. They're not going to want to add insurance. But what they do like is to have protection bundled. So that same customer that was on a $50 plan, you said you want to add 7 for insurance, you're going to get a no more often than not. But if you were to tell them it's $57, unlimited talk, text, data, plus protection on your device, and that's your initial pitch, that's going to stick. So that would give you that price point at $57. And notice I say protection in that pitch instead of insurance, because people don't like to pay for insurance, but like to have their phone protected. If you start your pitch to customers, bundling those together, you will see an astronomical increase in your value added service attach rate versus if you're clicking through the screens and then you get to the screen with the $7 insurance on there. You said you want to add an extra $7 for insurance. Right? So it's about bundling the protections with your offers. So if it was a 2-line plan, instead of pitching 2 lines for $80, I'm going to pitch 2 lines for $94, along with talk, text, data, plus protection on both your phones. All right. With the BYOD plans we have available as well, BYOD is a big focus for us. We want to make sure that you guys are taking advantage of everything and never letting the customer walk. We do have low-end plans for those customers, but to be honest, it's about 1% to 2% of our sales mix. It's going to be your 50 and your 60 plus your $30 add-a-lines and $40 add-a-lines all day, every day. And so we talked about the art of the greeting, right? When a customer comes in, I gave you my example. They walk in, hi, are you here for our promos? Now, why do I greet that way when customers come in? Well, it works on a bunch of different levels. Number one, everyone likes to get a promotion. Number two, it's going to create open-ended dialogue for questions. So let's go through some scenarios. Customer A comes in, hey, are you here for our promos? No, I'm just here to pay my bill. I can pivot to, that's great news. We have promotions for our bill payment customers as well. And then I'm going to talk about add-a-lines. Customer number 2, because everyone likes a promo. Hey, are you here for our promos? Oh, what promotions do you have going on? Then I qualify them. What carrier are you with? How many lines? Looking into multi-line deals, family plan deals. Can I pitch port in, or am I pitching new customer prices? Customer number 3, hey, are you here for our promos? Yes, you have an iPhone SE for $99.99, which actually is $49.99 right now on a $6 plan. Yeah, we sure do. How many lines are you looking for today? And so notice even that customer, if I see, are you here for our promos? And they say, yeah, I see you have, I see you have the iPhone SE for $49.99. I don't stick to that one line. I say, we sure do. How many lines are you looking for today? You always want to go to multiple lines for your sales. A lot of times we assume a one-line sale rather than fully qualifying our customers. And again, always bundle your prices. So just like I just kind of walked through with you with the $57 for 1 or $94 for 2, it's the same thing like when you go to McDonald's. There's a reason why McDonald's sells value meals. They don't sell, you want fries? Do you want to add a sandwich? Do you want to add a Coke? No, it's like, let me get a number 2. So they want to make sure you bundle everything in. It makes it so much easier. And again, the power of the words you're using when you're doing that bundle, it's $57 a month. Unlimited talk, text, data, plus protection is the best way to position that to your customers. They do not want to get to a sale where it says an extra $7 for insurance. It's just not going to work. Reminder too, we do have international calling. It's $5 per month, limited to Canada and Mexico if you have any customers. So we have not just the protection as a bundle added service or a value added service, but international calling as well. So title, actually, we no longer have, but Boost Shield, International Calling, Premium Caller ID are going to be kind of your 3 big focuses here. We used to have at least one value-added service for every single sale. So every customer you guys are selling, I expect you guys to be bundling protection on there or international calling. All right, let's move on to the SDDN portion, right? The SN to TN upgrade. So why is it so important, and how do we process these? Well, when you're in ePay, you could put the customer's phone number in. You'll notice the promotions are going to pop up on the bottom. It'll tell you the customers are eligible for the free SIM offer. So when you see that customer qualifies for a free SIM offer, do not proceed any further until you have swapped that customer to a new device. Again, 5 months, 3 weeks, that network is shut off. So we are in crunch time right now. Time is going to fly by. It's going to be here before we know it. Every customer that's eligible, you do need to qualify where they live at to make sure they have coverage. But if they have coverage, congratulations, Mr. Customer. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I'm gonna give you a free network upgrade. You'll be able to be on your phone and surf the internet at the same time. We're gonna give it to you for free. It charges you nothing. Doesn't affect your upgrade or anything, right? So this is big. The old SN network, the Sprint network, the one that we're switching them away from, you could not be on the phone and surf internet. You could only, do one or the other. So now you can do both. So there is a big benefit, and it charges nothing to the customer. Plus, end of the day, we got to get them on this new network. So that pitch is what I found is the easiest way to do it. Congratulations, you're eligible for a free network. We're going to upgrade you to our new network for free. You'll then be able to be on the phone and surf the internet at the same time, and it costs you nothing today. They're going to love that. And you'll see in a second, there's a bucket and Smile and Dial where you can call these customers who are eligible directly, so it can really help drive this traffic to your store that way as well. So most of the plans are already auto-mapped. Even some of the plans that we no longer have valid, like the 4 for 100 plan, we don't have that anymore. But those are being auto-mapped over so they can switch to the TN network without having to change their plan. Now, the system will tell you if a plan change is available. Majority of cases, it is not. You will see a few select ones where they may have to do that. In that case, you have to tell the customer you have to switch to a new plan. But don't let that frustrate you because the majority of these are now mapped over. So you should start seeing handsets, even if it's not a promo we don't have anymore, it will say it is eligible, does not need to change the plan. Now, the other scenario is if the customer has a phone that the phone is so old, it is not TN capable. That's the one you're more likely to see for someone that is a little more difficult than simply pop and swap that SIM. If that customer does have an old phone that is not capable, they will have to upgrade, which means they should be upgrade eligible. If the phone is that old, doesn't even have TN capability, you have to upgrade them to a new device and then give them the new SIM card. All right. So cheat sheets here. So the S and the TN capable phone, if it's auto mapped, you're going to do your process in the sales portal as normal. The plan will auto set up. MRC is not charged, no impact to the device upgrade. If they're on the SN to TN, again, process the same upgrade flow in the portal. If the plan is not mapped, it will force a plan change. So you have to pick one that is available. But those are few and far between. And then if a customer's on the SN network, it's a new TN device. That's your standard upgrade to the TN network with a new TN phone. And the last scenario, if they're on the SN network and they want a TN device and the plan's not auto mapped, they would have to make a payment to get on a current plan before switching it over. Now, the majority of these are very smooth now. It's just pop and swap the same and getting them on the new network. All right, any questions on SDDM before I hop over to EBBP? All right, no questions. Continue. If you guys want to stop me, please speak up anytime. I'm happy to stop and answer any questions. So the EBB program, right, or EBBP, you'll see it mentioned a couple of different ways. This is a government-sponsored benefit. If you think about it, I look at it as like the Obama phones, but it's on steroids. It's even better because they're not limited to a certain phone, and they can do a hotspot or a phone, and they get free service for 6 months to a year. It's freaking awesome, okay? So here's what you guys need to know to apply. For the rules for customers, it's for our low-income subscribers. They have to have proof of eligibility to enroll. They will have to show a driver's license or a state ID, and it's only one per household. So you can either have the hotspot, which is what we're going to push first and foremost, or the phone, but it is based on the address. So if it's a husband and wife, only one person will be able to qualify for this program per household. So you guys will be considered the enrollment representatives. You're going to be in charge of creating the enrollments for your applicants who are qualified to receive this program. In order to do this, you have to go through your own kind of training session, which is different than STAR training. There's some different links because you are getting certified by the government to sell this to customers. So getting through your training and doing your first one is going to be just a little bit of a learning curve for you. And I've done this with dealers now multiple times. Once you do one or two, it's going to be like riding a bike. It's going to be quick and easy. But that first one may take you a little bit longer because this is a new process for you. But we'll give you some tips here to try to streamline it and make you as quick and comfortable with it as possible. So the application is called Quest App. All of your stores should have a tablet now. If not, you need a 7-inch tablet that's either on iOS 10 or higher, or if it's Android 7 or higher. And the reason why you have to have the 7-inch tablet is because customers have to take pictures of their driver's license. So you want a screen that's big enough that is able to take that picture and is comfortable for them to type on when they submit their application. Now, how do you sign up? Everyone on this call, if you are a new hire, you have to register for a RAD ID. There's a website in this deck, and I will send this deck to all of your DCI account managers. Just ask them for a copy of it. They can forward it to you. The website is right here, the lifeline.org/rad /#verify representative. But this is what you fill out to get your RAD ID sent. Another workaround is you can call your Boost account executive, and they can send you that invite. The third option to get an invite is your dealer principal. They should have access to what's called the vault, where they can send this to you as well. But to streamline it, the website on the slide right here, which I will be sending to you guys, you can just enter it in and request your own RAD ID for your store. You need the RAD ID in order to complete the training. Once you get the RAD ID, you will be able to complete the training. Once your training is complete, that is when you will get access to the Quest app. And again, the Quest app is what we're going to activate for your customers. Now, there's two plans for EBB. I talked about mobile broadband and a hotspot. Think of it like this. It's the same as what our typical $50 plans have, whether it's a hotspot or a phone. So the mobile broadband plan, $0 to the customer. They get 35 gigs of high-speed data. You can't do any bolt-ons, and this goes to the same for the phone because, again, government's paying only that $50. Now, on that mobile broadband plan, they could get a 1 gig or 2 gig data add-on if they use it all for $5 or $10 extra. They have to be paid by the customer in store, but I would say stay away from that. More hassle than what's worth, and for a gig for 1 gig when they're getting it free for 35 gigs, I don't see that being a big need in the field. There are no plan restarts available. On the handset plan, $0 to the customer. Again, think of it as our $50 plan. 35 gigs of high-speed data, which then throttles at 35 gigs. They'll get 12 gigs of high-speed hotspot. The hotspot and the phone data on a handset is basically one bucket, just like it is for regular customers. So if you use 12 gigs of hotspot and you've never made a phone call, your data usage on the phone side would be down to 23 gigs, right? Because you've used 12 of your 35. No bolt-ons, so no insurance, no international calling when it comes to these EBB plans. Any questions on the plans? All right, so let's go through the streamlined process. And this has been out now for a couple weeks, so we're getting some best practices from the field on how to make this as quick and easy as possible. So once you're done your RAD ID and you've completed your training, this is your selling step checklist. You're going to go to the checklifeline.org/lifeline and complete NATVER. That's the National Verification System. That's what makes sure the customer is legit. And it's a reminder to use the last four of the customer's social security number and not their state ID. It'll ask for both, but if you do both, like their state ID or their driver's license, then it's going to get rid of the SSN because it's only one or the other. And what we found is last four of a social security number works much faster. So just do the last four of the social security number, and I would do this from the computer at this checklifeline.org/lifeline. So I'm completing the national verification step on my computer via this link. Once that's done, that's when I go to my tablet and I run the Quest app. I fill the customer's information, and it'll say approved, and it'll give me a promo code. Now, once I have that promo code that I got in my tablet, I'm going to go to the sales portal, just like a normal activation. When you get to the point in the sales portal where you select plan, you'll see promo code. You're going to put that promo code in that you found in the Quest app. And again, this will all be covered in the training for you as well when you do your RAD ID and training. But I'm just kind of cliff noting it for you here. So when you're in the sales portal, you're activating your device as usual. You put that promo code in, and then those $0 plans will pop up for you to pick. So either the mobile broadband plan or the phone plan. Now, major key here. Step 4, once that customer is now activated and ready to go, you go back to the Quest app, so back to your tablet, and update the new phone number and confirmation number. That last step is very important because that's how you get paid. If you miss that step, your store's not getting paid. So if you're on this call, maybe you're a new hire, but you've been there for 20, 30 days. So you've done 1 or 2 of these. If you forgot to do it, go back and do it because that's how it ensures your store gets paid. All right. Any questions with the transaction process? All right. If no question on the transaction process, let's cover how to pitch, right? So this is a question that I've seen out there when I was at doors. Reps have completed their training, but they just weren't comfortable on the pitch. So here's some best practices that we've seen on offering to your customers. So offer that hotspot to every payment customer. If a payment customer comes into my door, I'm going to tell them, do you by chance qualify for any government assistance program like help with food, clothing, and shelter? The reason I ask, if you do, there's a great chance I can get you a hotspot with 35 gigs of data for free for 6 months to a year. All you do is have a one-time $25 payment for the device, right? So that is a great way to get a customer just paying their bill and now turn it into an additional line of service. This is huge for you. It's huge for your stores as well. Another option, if any customer comes in and complains about running out of data, oh man, he's like, my data is so slow right now. Oh, use your 35 gigs. But you know what? I can check and see if you qualify for our new EBB program, where you get a 35 gig hotspot free for 6 months to a year. This way you can turn it on and activate it, use it first, and it'll double your phone's data. So instead of 35 gigs, you'll get 70 because the first 35 will be pulled from this hotspot before it even uses your phone's data. A third way to pitch it, you can use it. So those are both hotspot pitches, right? You can offer the EBB phone as a pivot to overcome any objections to add-a-line. So let's say you pitch your sale, you pitch your add-a-line, the customer says, no, they don't want the add-a-line, they don't need it. Well, what if I told you, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I can give you unlimited talk, text, and data plus a 12-gig hotspot with no payment for wireless for up to 6 months to a year. You can use it as a backup phone, as a home phone, or for your kids. All you do is pay for the device and the setup fee. That's a great deal. Oh, so like think of a Moto E, $69.99, right? So you can give them a Moto E for $69.99. They pay a $25 setup fee. The phones have setup fees. The hotspots do not. But they're out the door for under $100, and now they have a phone that's going to have service for 6 months to a year. Deal. Now, some reps may have a concern that they do not feel comfortable asking if a customer is on any public aid. If that's true, there's a great position that one of our DCI account executives had, which was your income affected by COVID last year? If you're affected, you may qualify for our new EBBP program where you get 35 gigs of hotspot for free every month for 6 months to a year. So if you don't feel comfortable asking, do you get any government aid for food, clothing, and shelter? I'm comfortable asking that personally because I'm going to know my customer base and I'm going to help them out. But if you're a rep that's not comfortable asking that, this is a great way to ask that in a different way. Was your income affected by COVID last year? If you were affected, you may qualify for our new EBB program, right? So that's a great pivot. And I saw looks like a message came in on the chat board. Let me see what we got here. Give me 1 second. Oh, which section did you want repeated? The EBB slide right before this one. Okay. So that was one before the pitch. That was this slide right here, I believe you were talking about, which is the steps to do your actual activation, which was step 1 was go to www.checklifeline.org/lifeline. That completes the NatVer process using the last 4 of the social security number. Step 2, and we say do that from a computer, it's easier. Step 2, use your tablet in your store to do the Quest app via NatVer. Or the Quest app after NatVer, rather. All your Quest apps, that's where the government is going to give you the approval. Has to be done on that tablet. So step 3, after you've done it on that tablet, you're going to go back in the sales portal with the code given you in the Quest app. And when you get to the part where it asks for the plan, you'll enter that promo code. Step 4, which I said was the major key, is once your sale's done in the sales portal, you need to go back to the Quest app in the application manager and update the new phone number and confirmation number because that is how your store gets paid. right. Do people skip step 4 often? Well, this is new to everybody, and I saw it being skipped at a couple of doors that I saw. I was talking to a rep. I said, "Hey, you sold any yet?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I sold too." I was like, "Okay, great. Walk me through. What did you do? I just want to know your process." And then I asked him, like, "Did you go back into the Quest app and update your info?" And he's like, "No, I did not know I needed to do that." Right. So important that we are focusing on that. So we don't have any stats nationwide on that, but very important you do it. So that's why we want to make sure you guys are all aware of that. All right, next I want to jump into real quickly. I know I'm a little bit over time here. I'll try to wrap it up here, but smile and dial, right? So for new reps, we smile and dial is where you're going to make dividends, right? 20 calls per day, it was be what I would like to see for your stores. And the reason I'm going to set your bar at 20 because the goal is 10. If you set your goal bar at 20 and you hit 10 per day, you're going to be a rock star. But if stores are slow, like last month, we all know was a slow month. You guys should have been crushing smile and dial. When I see numbers like we had in May, which were pretty tough, and I see stores that made like 15 or 20 smile and dial calls, I'm like, what the heck are you doing? We have such a huge advantage over our competition to have this program where we can reach out to our customers and drive that traffic in. Where if you're concerned about COVID, it's all via the phone. So you're not outside in the tent. Like this is super easy. You guys have to take advantage of this. Now, there's a new box added in Smile and Dial. Added in the last month, I believe, is if you're looking at my screen here, typically there's 4 boxes. Welcome calls, customers that were just set up from your store within the first 30 days. Customer follow-up calls, customers in month 2. Optimization, retention, those are customers in month 3. Customer loyalty, those are customers who've been with Boost 4 months and beyond. The new box that's added is SDDN SIM Swap. That box is your honey hole. That's what you should be calling because those customers are eligible to come in and just pop and swap that new SIM. So knock those SDDM SIM Swap ones out first. Get those customers in your store. Not only are you going to be able to switch into the new network, which is profitable for your dealership, but you can look at their phone. Do they need a case? Do they need a screen protector? Do they need a charger? Are they eligible for an upgrade? Get all over that new SDDN SIM Swap box. These calls are quick and easy. Here's my call. It's the same for every customer that I'm going to dial. Let's say I'm calling an SDDN SIM Swap box. I'm not only going to pitch the SIM swap, I'm going to be pushing add lines as well for everyone I call. Hey, because remember when you call these Smile and Dial calls, it's always from your location. So, hey, this is Adam over at Boost from DCI. You got your phone from us. Just want to give you a courtesy call, check and see how your service is working. Everything working well? And I always start my call that way. I position it as a courtesy call and that I'm local and they got their phone from me, right? Those are 3 keys to say I'm not a telemarketer. We're the store that you bought your phone from. And most likely the customer say, yeah, everything's fine. If they say no, they have an issue, then you ask them what it is and you overcome that issue. But let's say they say, everything's fine. Hey, great. By the way, I just want to let you know, we actually have a great promotion right now. You can do an add line and get a $200 phone for as low as $10. Is there anyone in your family who might need to add a line of service? Yes, no, or whatever. Let's say they say, no, I'm good. I just mine. Okay, perfect. By the way, just also want to let you know, you are eligible. We're going to give you a free SIM card when you come in and see us. We're going to put you on the new TN network where you can be on your phone and surf the internet. It costs you nothing. This is just a courtesy we're doing from our customers. So again, my name's Adam. Can you come in this Thursday or Friday? What day works best for you? And we'll get you set up on that new network. It's free, right? And then I'm going to disposition it, offer accepted, offer appointment scheduled, or offer denied. But that pitch is the same every time. Courtesy call from me, give them my name, tell them the store you bought it from. I pivot to an add a line opportunity. If I'm calling that loyalty box, I'm probably going to take one more step and check their upgrade eligibility, and then pivot to that SDDN swap as well. But these are quick, easy calls you guys should be making for all your customers. Lastly, look like a pro, take pride in your store. The Amped Merch app, AMP, Alpha Mary Paul, apostrophe D as in David, merch. Amped Merch app. If you download it, it looks like an orange little tape cassette. For those of you that might be younger, that was before CDs and you had to put a tape into a boombox. You can Google it, but it's a circle with some cogs in the middle. But the Amped Merch app, make sure you have the appropriate signage up. You guys should have got new signage last Friday. Thursday or Friday. Make sure your new signage is up, your stores are accurate, and that you guys are dressed appropriately, wearing either the Boost shirt or a lanyard. We can hook you up with shirts at DCI. Ask your Boost account manager for shirts if you need them. If we have them available, I'm happy to hook you up with them. I think we all are. Want to make sure you are looking like a pro and feeling like a pro. All right, guys, that is what I have for today. I will open up. Do we have any other questions at this time? Going once. Oh, I think we might have got one more in. No questions. Okay, very good. Okay, perfect. DCI account manager will send this deck right over to you right now. So I think some people on the call were asking for it. We will get it right over to you. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Happy selling, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.